Hi, my name is Dr. Schweinsgruber. That's me. And today we're talking about how to explore the website audioreviews.org. We are at the contact page here, and Biodegraded encouraged me, co-blogger Biodegraded, to have a huge cursor. So this is a monster cursor. And so let's just start at the little house, which is our home page as such. This is our home page, and what we see here, the elements we have is we see an upper toolbar, we see here our social media bar, and we have a sidebar. And let's just explore all this. So first of all, these are our blog articles. And let's just go down. And here, let's see, here we have the KCEDX earphone, and I awarded it a thumbs up. And when I push that little thingy here, I get all thumbs up articles. So all of these are thumbs up. So you can click these little color-coded buttons here. Let's just go back and let's go here. Here we have all essays, all accessories, but we also can go by name. So this is Copy Okaya. And if we push this button here, or this name rather, then we get all contributions of Copy Okaya. And you see that they are kind of listed in two columns, whereas our main page, go back to our main page, has only one column. Now, this is a little bit the template we use. This is of limited customization ability, or whatever you call that. And we did have two columns on our main page, which looked like a shopping brochure. And the day I changed it to a single column, our viewership doubled. No idea whether this is related, I doubt it. Let's then have a look here at our sidebar. So here you can search the site. Let's say we search for ASLA. Then we get all articles that do have, that do contain the keyword ASLA. So all these articles have it somewhere inside. It's not just in the headline, it's just somewhere inside an article. And here you can subscribe if you want to receive notifications. And then we have our categories. And again, you go to our categories and let's say you select Bluetooth and let go. You automatically go to all our articles that have a Bluetooth tag, as you see here and here and here. So it's pretty handy. Let's have a look on our sidebar, then here for our recent posts. Also interesting is our archive. Let's say you want to see what we did in April. You see there's 16 articles we had in April 2020, and we go here. And sure enough, this is all we can offer from April. The latest one is April 29th, and so on. And when you come to an end, you go here to the previous ones. And this is the oldest one in April was our April Fool's Day joke. So this is the sidebar here. We see recent posts. You just click on those and you get the recent post. And then you have got all the content that's again auto-generated by the template and by WordPress. And you can just dig in there, for instance, published examples of whatever, reducing and increasing base, and so on. Now let's come to the upper toolbar, and here's about us, and here you can just go and learn about our team, and you get our disclaimer. And the index is actually something really important. The index, especially this one, when you go here, this is all our earphone and earbud reviews. Let's just go here, and this is actually a website or a page which I recommend bookmarking. So you see here, that's what we did in the latest 3 months, and here's all our earphones and earbuds in alphabetic order. And let's say you want to go to the DZ DR25, and that is here, and you see that our actual reviews don't have any sidebar, so it's much easier to read. Let's go back to, so we have all sort of stuff. Audio porn is a very popular one. That is simply technical photography. If you want to know whether this thing could fit your ears or not, whether it's got the right nostril size and so on, then you go to audio porn. So we offer quite a few things, accessories, tabs, all the categories. Then now measurements. So here we go into measurements, and we also describe how we measure, what the significance is. And because we are several of us who measure, we obviously have different setups, and therefore these curves are not interchangeable. So you can only compare apples to apples and oranges to oranges, but not apples to oranges. And therefore here we have our raw and corrected frequency response curves. And this is raw data, biodegraded, and I have the same setup. We get reproducible curves. And we explain how this works. And there is a correction here. We used Chronicles database. It is biodegraded to create a correction file for the software. And our graphs come very close to Chronicles, who has the standard coupler setup and the biggest database. And will be very often are very close to what he does. And below 1 kilohertz, we have essentially the same result without even a correction with our simple tube coupler. And then we have Durwood has a different setup, and Copio Kaya has, I think, the same coupler as Chronicle. And so these are all our measurements. Now let's move on to modding. So we are very interested in improving sound of earphones and headphones, and we would like to do this without damaging anything, without drilling holes. We want to make it fully reversible. So most of the stuff we offer is reversible. It's some tape thing or whatever. And if you don't like the result, you can go back to the initial stage, or state rather. So we have why we do it, the materials we needed, the principle of these two vents. So that's of course very important. Two vents, what do they do? What do they do if we tape them up? And then we have specific articles, and this is mainly based on the science by James 444, who is an Headfire and a super best audio friend, and actually we got his permission. We just pulled it all together because it's all over the place on the internet, but we always include the original links, and also reducing and increasing bass. Reducing bass, that's an interesting one. Often you have these bass bombs, and then we've got our limitations and the published stuff. And modding 201, that's let's just see what we have here. You can push the button. That is the famous memory wire removal article by Slater, and the flip tip, how to create a reversed tip from Starlines, KC Starlines. The Tech 101 page is really outside information. It's not stuff that's from within our blog. We link to these articles, but these are just important technical articles. Learn how drivers work, how to describe sound in your reviews, how to pair source and headphones, earphones, and then tools for testing and measuring audio equipment, and of course how to understand frequency response measurements, these little graphs. It took me a while to catch on to that. Critical wrote a very good article about it. And then about digital streaming, what is MQA, what is DSD, all these basic things which I always forget. And we, of course, are very interested in ear tips, because ear tips is the product that alters your sound most easily and cheapest, and it's much more effective than, let's say, changing cable, ear tip rolling over a cable rolling. And then we have freestyle. Here we have music picks, and our most engaged guy here is Loomis Johnson. He's not active on Facebook, but he's really active here, and he puts his music picks down here. And some of us have them, some of us don't. Whoever hasn't can actually just submit them to me, and I'm the editor. So why support us? Because it costs money, because it costs, the web space costs money, and the equipment costs money, the microphone I have costs money. So thank you very much for everybody who supported us on PayPal. We don't believe in Patreon because we think it's a ripoff, and it's just entirely voluntary. We don't keep anything back. Our information is accessible to everybody. We don't have any advertisement either, and we don't have any affiliate programs. We don't get money for anything. In fact, I never made any money. We also don't get free gear, really, just as a compensation. We don't. And so let's go back to where we started. That's contact. And so if you want to get into contact with me, you just have my address here, and you send me an email, and I send you my phone number. And that's it. I'm Dr. Schweinsgruber in Calgary. Have a nice day.